Well, many kids across North Texas are on summer break right now, and they won't have to worry about school until August. Lucky them. But there are still ways to keep their mind and bodies active, even with that extra time at home. So joining us is Summer Rose. She's the CEO of Communities in Schools of the Dallas region. Good morning, Summer.
Good morning.
All right, Summer, so let's get to it. Can you remind our viewers about Communities in Schools and what you do?
Absolutely. So, Communities in Schools of the Dallas region is a 501c3 nonprofit founded locally here in Dallas. And so, what our program is a series of evidence-based practices that allows us to put a trained individual on a campus every day that the campus is open to serve and provide intervention to students with the highest level of needs. We believe that every student deserves a one-on-one relationship with a caring adult to help them matriculate through school. So we say we're in school to keep kids in schools.
All right, and we know over the summer they want to be on their tablets and just tune out, right? They can experience what they call brain drain. So tell us what that is and why it's such a big concern.
So I love that we have this new term, brain drain, which is really just a euphemism or a fun way to talk about the fact that we have been long concerned about learning loss, right? The learning loss that happens over the summer when students aren't in school. They can lose up to 2 months of learning, and that's concerning. We don't want that to happen. It can also, be compounded as years go on. We see the achievement gap start to widen, and that was some of the concern that we had post-COVID. And so I'm excited to say that the STAR results were released this week. And so we saw improvements across grade levels in the various subject areas that are tested. And we're at a statewide performance level that meets grade level that surpassed what it was when we were pre-pandemic levels. So that's really exciting. Students in Texas and educators in Texas really should be proud of themselves for attending to growth in the areas of reading, math, social studies, and science.
Yeah, that's great news. So can you share some tips about how to prevent this learning loss? Because 2 months is significant. So just some activities that people can start doing now.
Absolutely. So parents tend to think that this is a big endeavor, right? That you have to find the most expensive programs to put your students in over the summer. And that's simply not true. There are simple, effective ways that you can do learning daily that don't feel like learning. First thing is make a daily reading habit, right? We want our kids every day to be reading at least 20 to 30 minutes, but it can be anything that they are interested in, right? Graphic novels, comic books, even audiobooks count. Talk about learning with them when you're doing everyday activities. Cooking dinner, that's a math lesson, right? Grocery shopping, take your older ones with you and have them practice budgeting. Have the little ones learn to read the labels. So learning doesn't actually have to look like homework or some expensive program. It can be weaved into everyday things that we do. We also want them limiting screen time, right? We give them a little bit, right? It's the summertime. We want them to have a break, but we also want to replace some of that screen time with some intentional, purposeful alternatives. My kids love to play cards. In fact, they are like vicious card players, but that's something that we're able to do and connect as a family and gives us an opportunity to, as parents, to tune into their world and hear a little bit about what they're dealing with. We also encourage parents to explore the free resources that are available to them in their neighborhoods, public libraries, museums, parks and recreation centers, things of such.
All right, thank you. I remember that. Lots of library time for me. Thank you so much, Summer, for joining us on Daybreak.